Hello, Amanda. I want to play a game.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be the list of the horror movies that are going to be released this month. It feels good to be back. In case you didn't know, I was on a trip for the last month, so all the videos that you saw there were of course pre-recorded, and that's why I didn't do any reviews besides the first Omen. But of course I'm coming with reviews. I'm going to be telling you which ones and which days at the end of the video. But let's quickly start with this month releases. I am pretty excited. We have plenty of films and even a TV series that is the second season that is coming. Very excited. We had a lot of good stuff coming. And we're starting off right away with Tarot. This one was originally called Horoscope, and this one is coming on May 3rd to movie theaters, and this one follows a group of college friends that begin dying in ways connected to their fortunes after getting their horoscopes read. Now this is based on the novel of 1992 Horoscope, and that was the original title, and I like it a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. Now the plot reminds me a little bit to the film Stay Alive, a film that I have talked about before here. I even did a review at what point. In that film, when you play the video game, you die in real life the same way that you did on the video game. I'm going to be actually watching it today because it gets released today here on Puerto Rico, but of course my review will be coming tomorrow, Friday. The next one is also coming on May 3rd from A24 is I Saw the TV Glow. This one follows a classmate that introduced a teenage Owen to a mysterious late-night TV show, a vision of a supernatural world beneath their own. In the pale glow of the television, Owen's view of reality begins to crack. This one is going to have a limited release. This one is not going to be released here, sadly, meaning that I will not be able to do the review. I am hoping that this film is going to be more soon than later on HBO Max, because there's this agreement that every single release from A24 is going to be released on HBO Max. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be that long for me to watch it, but because the reality is that I was excited to watch this one. Now coming on May 9, we have the second season of Pretty Little Liars Original Sin, that this one is titled Pretty Little Liars Summer School. Now don't get me wrong, I know that the title, you could be thinking that show from those girls that was kind of teen mystery. Well, yes, but no. This one is part of the franchise of Pretty Little Liars, but it's an actual slasher series. It takes place in high school. I saw the first season when it was about to end, it was 2022 if I am not mistaken, that the first season was released on HBO Max since it's original from Max, and I ended up liking it way more than I expected. I never got the chance to do the review because by the time that I saw it, it was basically the ending, because they released the episodes weekly, and this one is going to be the same, but the first episode is going to be released on May 9. I'm very excited because, like I said, this one is a slasher. It takes place in high school, so this one can be seen as teenage horror, but at least for me it's worth watching. I really enjoyed it, so I am pretty excited for this one. Now this is not the official plot of this season because I haven't been able to find it, but this is the best thing that I could find from interviews and stuff. Now it says that facing a fate worse than death, summer school, a new villain who may or may not have a connection to A has come to town and is going to put them all to the test. Now A is the main antagonist of Pretty Little Liars. I'm not getting into many details about all the lore about this Pretty Little Liars franchise because it's a lot. I actually never saw the original show, but I decided to watch this one because the ties between the original show and this one, they weren't like that many. Like, you did not need to watch Pretty Little Liars in order to watch this, so just in case. I'm not gonna lie, that it caught my attention. I was like, you know what, gonna give it a chance. Ended up liking it, so of course excited for season 2. Now the next one is my most expected of the month, and is The Strangers Chapter 1. Now this one follows a young couple that drive cross country towards a new beginning. Unfortunately, they have no choice but to stop in a secluded Airbnb in Oregon and endure a night of terror against 3 masked strangers. Now, this is going to be an upcoming trilogy. The chapter 2 is going to be released this year. It doesn't have an official date, but they say that it's going to be released this fall. Of course, things can change, but for now, part 2 is supposed to be coming this year. And I am assuming that chapter 3 will be coming maybe the beginning or middle of 2025. Because they cannot wait that longer between films, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting them to do something similar as Netflix with the Fear Street trilogy. That was a pretty smart move. If you never saw it or you don't know what I'm talking about, back in 2021, Netflix released this trilogy called Fear Street that are based on R.L. Stine books, and they released it a week, the first one, the second week, the second one, and the last one on the third week. So it was 1 week each, one behind the other, and it was a very smart move. It was pretty good. The films are actually quite good. I did review them, but I just know that those videos are bad, so let's just forget about those videos. But let me tell you, they're worth watching. Teenage horror, but they are pretty good. So if you have Netflix and you have never seen them, they're good. And we actually having a new one coming, and it's Fear Street Prom Queen, that is also based on a book by R.L. Stine. But I am very excited for this upcoming trilogy of The Strangers. Now the next one also coming on May 17, but this one is coming to Shudder. We have Night Watch Demons Are Forever. Now this one follows Martin's daughter Emma that takes up a night watch job to find out what happened to her parents almost 30 years ago. A meeting with Warmer in his cell puts the serial killer out of his coma and set in motion a chain of fateful events. Now this one, for what I know, is supposed to be a sequel, so I don't know yet if I'm going to be watching this one. But of course, if I ended up deciding I need to watch the first one, but I have never heard about that one, so I was kind of lost when I read about this one. So if you are a fan, then now you know that we're having a sequel coming to Shudder. And to end the month, we have coming on May 31, In a Violent Nature. This one follows an ambient horror slasher that methodically depicts and the enigmatic resurrection, rampage, and retribution of an undead monster in a remote wilderness. That kind of sounds a little bit similar to this guy right here, Jason Voorhees. And the trailer kind of makes it look that way. Now this one has pretty good reviews because this one came out at the beginning of the year and it's supposed to be hitting Shudder eventually this year. I'm just hoping that maybe a month from now, so June, the same thing that they did with Late Night with the Devil, that was a month later after it got released in theaters, because this one sadly will not be released here in Puerto Rico. So that means that my only chance to watch this is going to be either by a press screening from IFC Films or by Shudder. So I don't know yet, but I am very excited. It looks pretty good because this film is essentially from the point of view of the killer, something that we see not only on Friday the 13th, but also a little bit on Halloween at the beginning, that we have the point of view of Michael. That's something that I really like, and probably one of the main reasons I like Friday the 13th from 1980. I know that that film is not loved by that many people. Some people prefer the remake, and you know what, I respect that, but that's not my case. Friday the 13th is my favorite horror movie ever. It's the first one that I saw. If you have been here for a long time, you probably know that already. But one of the things I like the most is the fact that we have the point of view of the killer all the time until the very ending, that is when it's revealed, to the point that there's no way for you to know who the hell is the killer. And of course, the fact that it's not even Jason is his mother. But here, of course, it's not Jason, but it's something similar. I am very, very, very excited for this one. So crossing my fingers that I'm going to be able to watch this one this month. If not, then my review will be coming as soon as this film hits Shudder. And with this, I end the video. Now, before I go, I have my schedule for the upcoming videos. Of course, we have this one today. Tomorrow, we're going to be having my Tarot review. And for the next week, I'm having on May 6th my Abigail review. On May 8th, my Infested review. And on May 10th, my Chucky Season 3 review. So I have 4 videos coming. 1 tomorrow, 3 next week. All reviews. I know that I am a little bit behind, but because I was on a trip, for almost a month, so of course it was hard for me to watch these films before leaving. So I already saw Abigail. Of course, my review, I will be talking about everything, but I already saw it. For now, I can say that I had such a fun time. I am preparing myself to watch Infested because it has pretty good reviews. So I was like, you know what, I am going to do it. I already said I was going to, but I was like, you know what, has good reviews, so maybe it's not going to be such a bad experience for me because I don't like spiders. So of course this is going to be a tough one, but pushing through it and giving my review. And of course Chucky came to an end yesterday. I haven't watched those 4 episodes that were released while I was gone, so I'm going to be sitting down to watch them during the weekend. So that's why my review will be coming on May 10. Now after that, the next videos are going to be my review of The Strangers, and I don't know what is going to be the last video of the month because of course I don't know if I'm going to be able to review in a violent nature. So maybe if you want something specific, or if you have an idea of what type of video you would like for me to do in case I can do the review, you can let me know down below. I always like to hear your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know down below before I go. Let me know down below which one are you expecting the most from this month releases. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.
Game over.